fight is only 2.5 weeks from going on. November 14th is the date. We are supposed to think that Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis are gonna be fighting on Netflix, but not so fast, my friend. There's another, yes, I said another domestic abuse allegation against Gervonta Davis, and that may either destroy, postpone, change.
Ladies and gentlemen, stop whatever you're doing, because this right here just made the internet explode like a Kardashian wedding gone wrong. Floyd "Money" Mayweather has finally broken his silence after Gervonta Davis got arrested and Jake Paul's so-called mega fight got cancelled. And what he said? Oh, it's pure chaos dipped in gold chains and sprinkled with petty billionaire energy. This isn't your average boxing headline. This is a soap opera written by Zeus himself. Imagine the drama of Love and Hip Hop, the betrayal of Game of Thrones, and the delusion of Jake Paul, all colliding in one catastrophic meltdown. Floyd's words hit harder than one of his jabs in 2015, and the internet hasn't slept since. Sources are whispering that Floyd didn't just react. He exposed secrets that make this whole saga 10 times messier. Gervonta's arrest? Wild. Jake Paul's cancelled fight? Even wilder. But Floyd's reaction? That's the nuclear bomb nobody saw coming. So grab your popcorn, hide your sanity, and buckle up, because we're diving into the most dramatic crossover since Elon Musk tried to out-tweet Kanye. This story is dripping with money, madness, and Mayweather-level shade. Welcome to the circus. Alright, so picture this. The boxing world is already hanging by a thread. Memes are flying faster than punches, and suddenly, boom, news breaks that Gervonta "Tank" Davis has been arrested. Arrested. Again. Twitter goes full detective mode. Reddit's on fire and the fans are screaming, "Not again, Tank!" But here's where it gets deliciously messy. While everyone's freaking out about Gervonta, another bomb drops out of nowhere. Jake Paul's highly hyped fight gets cancelled. Yep, the YouTube boxing cash machine just hit a wall harder than a rookie sparring with Tyson Fury. And just when people thought it couldn't get more dramatic, Floyd Mayweather enters the chat. Now, Floyd doesn't just respond, no. Floyd speaks the way a billionaire drops mic bombs at a yacht party. Calm voice, designer shades, but every word feels like it's dipped in gasoline. He goes on record saying, "I told everyone, when you play gangster in a sport, real life hits harder than any punch." Translation: Floyd basically said Gervonta's downfall isn't bad luck, it's bad choices. Ouch. The internet instantly loses it. Some fans are calling Floyd a cold-hearted genius. Others are calling him the ultimate villain. But make no mistake, this is classic Mayweather. He doesn't get mad. He doesn't panic. He just delivers verbal knockouts while sipping champagne that costs more than your car. Now, let's rewind for a second, because this drama didn't start yesterday. Gervonta Davis isn't just any boxer, he's Floyd's protege. Floyd built him up, hyped him like the second coming of Mayweather himself. But somewhere between the championship belts and the fast cars, something snapped. Gervonta started acting like he was the boss now. He distanced himself from Floyd, started throwing shade in interviews, and made it clear, "I don't need Mayweather anymore." Well, guess what, Tank? Karma must have had front row seats. Because the second those blue lights flashed and that mugshot hit the internet, people didn't just see Gervonta's face, they saw Mayweather's disappointment. The man who made Money Team, a global brand, now had to watch his student turn into a viral cautionary tale. And then comes Jake Paul, the YouTube disruptor who somehow made himself relevant in boxing. Jake was supposed to headline another massive fight, and you know how he hypes it up. Trash talk, wild promises, private jets, and staged beefs that look faker than a reality show reunion. But then, splat, the fight gets called off. Officially due to scheduling issues, but insiders whisper there's way more to it. Rumors say promoters pulled out after Gervonta's arrest blew up, fearing bad PR. Others claim Jake's opponent wanted more money. But the loudest theory, Mayweather had something to do with it. Yeah, you heard that right. Floyd, the puppet master Mayweather, might have pulled the strings. Because here's the thing, Mayweather doesn't forget. Jake Paul has been calling him out for years, clowning his age, mocking his legacy, and even accusing him of robbing fighters. You think Floyd's just gonna smile and move on? Please. This is the same man who trademarked his nickname. He keeps receipts like a tax auditor with a grudge. So when Jake's fight fell apart right after Gervonta's arrest, fans started connecting dots. One viral tweet literally said, "Floyd just Thanos snapped Jake's fight and Tank's career in 1 week." Another user joked, "At this point, Mayweather doesn't box people, he boxes fate." And honestly, they might be right, because Floyd's next move wasn't silence, it was strategy. He posted a cryptic photo on Instagram, just a shadow of his boxing gloves, captioned, "Discipline makes kings, ego makes headlines." No tags, no names, but everyone knew who it was aimed at. The comments section turned into a war zone, half defending him, half dragging him for kicking Tank while he's down. But Floyd, he doesn't care about trending hashtags. The man's a billionaire philosopher at this point. Every scandal is just a new opportunity for him to prove he's untouchable. And let's be real, this isn't just about boxing anymore. This is about control. Floyd has always been the face of perfection, unbeaten, unbothered, and unapologetically rich. Gervonta's chaos threatens that image. Jake Paul's antics threaten that legacy. So what does Floyd do? He steps back, lets the drama burn, and then walks through the flames wearing diamonds and discipline. The arrest, the cancelled fight, the online meltdown. It all loops back to one simple message. Floyd Mayweather is still the king of controversy, and everyone else is just renting space in his empire. And as the headlines get messier, the question everyone's asking is, what's Floyd gonna do next? Will he save Gervonta, destroy Jake Paul, or just sit back and let his enemies self-destruct while counting his millions? Whatever happens next, one thing's for sure, Mayweather didn't just break his silence. He owned the silence, turned it into a spotlight, and reminded the world why even chaos bows to money. The moment Floyd's cryptic post hit Instagram, the internet turned into a gladiator arena. Everyone, from verified celebs to that one guy with 12 followers and a conspiracy theory, had something to say. You'd think World War III started, but no. It's just Floyd Mayweather throwing digital shade. Within hours, Chumman Tank arrested and Jake Paul cancelled were trending like wildfire. TikTokers were reenacting Gervonta's arrest using sound effects from cops. Twitter users were photoshopping Jake Paul's fight posters to say, "Cancelled due to karma." And on YouTube, reaction channels multiplied like gremlins in a rainstorm. Everyone suddenly became a boxing expert, explaining why Floyd's "discipline versus ego" post was a masterstroke of psychological warfare. But it wasn't just fans losing their minds. Celebrities jumped in, too. 50 Cent, Floyd's favorite frenemy, posted a meme of Floyd holding a "How to Be a Mentor" book upside down. The caption? Guess you skipped chapter 1. The internet lost it. Even Snoop Dogg chimed in saying, "Man, these boxers fighting more in court than in the ring." Meanwhile, Jake Paul was out here trying to do damage control. He went live on Instagram, pacing around his mansion, ranting like a man possessed. "Bro, these promoters are scared. Everyone's scared of me, man. Floyd's scared. Tank's scared. Everyone knows I'm the future of boxing." The comment section roasted him alive. Someone typed, "The only thing you're knocking out is your own career." Another wrote, "Bro, even your fight ran away from you." Savage. But the wildest twist? People started speculating that Floyd planned this whole chain of events, like some kind of 4D chess grandmaster. Think about it. Tank's arrest embarrasses the new generation. Jake's cancelled fight kills the YouTube boxing hype. And who stands untouched on top? Floyd "Money" Mayweather, sipping fine wine and watching chaos unfold like a Netflix series he executive produced. One viral thread said, "Floyd Mayweather's PR game is so strong he doesn't need to fight anymore. He just manipulates reality." Another said, "At this point, Floyd isn't a boxer. He's Thanos with Wi-Fi, and let's not lie, there's some truth there. Floyd's entire career is built on timing and control. He knows when to strike and when to stay silent." So when he finally broke that silence after Gervonta's arrest, it wasn't random. It was calculated. Every word, every quote, every cryptic post was a jab that hit the entire boxing industry right in the ego. But here's where things go nuclear. Because Gervonta's fan base, they weren't happy. They flooded Floyd's DMs, calling him fake, disloyal, and cold. They accused him of abandoning Tank in his lowest moment. One fan tweeted, "How can you preach discipline when your own fighter's behind bars?" But Floyd's supporters clapped back twice as hard. They said he tried to help, Tank didn't listen. Now he's paying the price. The debate turned into a digital boxing match, and nobody was pulling punches. Even boxing analysts joined the circus. ESPN hosts debated whether Floyd's comments were tough love or career assassination. One commentator said, "Floyd's not mad Tank got arrested. He's mad Tank embarrassed the brand. Another said, this isn't mentorship anymore. It's survival of the fittest. Meanwhile, Jake Paul kept feeding the fire. He tweeted, Floyd's hiding behind quotes because he knows I'd knock him out even at 60. Minutes later, Floyd posted a photo of his undefeated record, 50-0, with the caption, talk less, earn more. The internet went feral, memes flooded in. Jake Paul talks like Tyson, fights like TikTok. Gervonta, from tank to toad. Floyd, sitting in his mansion like, and I took that personally. The digital chaos was so loud, TMZ had to step in just to clarify half the rumors. But that didn't stop the circus. Every hour brought a new exclusive source, a new leak, or a new fake clip of Floyd supposedly laughing about Tank's arrest. And through all the madness, one truth became clear. Floyd Mayweather doesn't chase relevance. Relevance chases him. Even when he's not fighting, he's dominating headlines like it's his full-time job. This wasn't just a scandal anymore. It was a cultural event. Boxing wasn't trending because of punches. It was trending because of pettiness, pride, and power plays. And just when everyone thought the storm was over, Mayweather made one final move that shook the entire internet again. The internet's still smoldering when Floyd makes his next move, and it's a masterclass in silent domination. No press conference, no interviews, just one video upload, black background, spotlight on a single chair. Floyd walks in wearing a gold watch that probably costs more than Jake Paul's whole career. He sits, looks straight into the camera and says, I've taught a lot of fighters how to win in the ring, but I can't teach them how to think outside it. Boom. That's it. 30 seconds. No names, no drama. Just pure, undiluted Mayweather wisdom dropped like a nuke. Within minutes, that clip racks up millions of views. Comment sections go berserk. Floyd just buried Tank and Jake in one sentence. He's not talking to them. He's talking to everybody. Meanwhile, Gervonta's legal mess worsens. Sponsors start pulling back. Training camps go quiet. The Tank era suddenly looks like it ran out of gas. Jake Paul? He doubles down on his chaos, promising to expose boxing's corruption, but the world's already moved on. Because Floyd just reclaimed the narrative. Again, analysts start calling it the Mayweather masterclass, a public reminder that while others chase fame, Floyd controls it. He doesn't panic, doesn't clap back, doesn't play defense. He just drops one-liners that shake careers and then disappears back into his empire like a ghost made of money and ego. Even his haters can't deny it. Every scandal somehow ends with Floyd on top, untouched and twice as famous, like the man's allergic to losing. Gervonta's arrest, Jake's collapse, all just chapters in a story where Floyd's still the main character. By the end of the week, the memes have cooled, but the message is eternal. In boxing, and in chaos, Mayweather always wins. Because while everyone else swings for headlines, Floyd just sits back, counts his millions, and reminds the world that even in silence, money still talks. And there you have it, another episode of Boxing Gone Wild, starring Floyd Mayweather, Gervonta Davis, and Jake Paul, the unholy trinity of chaos. I mean, who needs Netflix when real life keeps dropping plot twists like this? Floyd's sitting on his mountain of cash, Gervonta's probably Googling how to rebuild my career, and Jake's out there trying to convince us he's still the future of boxing. You couldn't make this up if you tried. So, if your jaw's still on the floor like Jake Paul after a left hook, smash that like button like it owes you money. Drop a comment telling us whose ego took the hardest hit, Floyd's shade, Tank's arrest, or Jake's cancellation. Because trust me, we read them all, and laugh harder than Floyd counting commas in his bank account. And don't forget to subscribe, because around here, scandals don't sleep, they just train for the next round. This is Lagance Boxing, where the drama hits harder than a Mayweather counterpunch, and every episode leaves your brain asking, wait, did that really just happen? Stay tuned, stay loud, and remember, in the ring of madness, only the memes survive.